J. Blackman once said, "In order to get beyond racism, we must first take account of race. There is no other way. In order to treat some persons equally, we must first treat them differently. Racism isn't a natural given instinct. It's taught."
A child doesn't see black, white, Asian, or Latino. They see smiles or a personality. It isn't until the child grows up that they see the prejudice that a different skin color can bring.
Race doesn't determine a person. Hispanic students who are native English speakers scored 34 points better than English language learning Hispanic students on the math exam, and 39 points better on the reading exam.
Just because your skin isn't white, it certainly doesn't mean that you're not intelligent. Black-white differences in academic achievement have narrowed throughout the 20th century.
Although the race gap hasn't been completely done away with, it is shrinking. The color of your skin doesn't make you smart or dumb. The color of your skin only defines you if you let it.
Embrace has been the theory, but not the daily practice. Much of today's racism can be traced back to the era of colonialism that began in the 1400s, when Europeans began colonizing Africa and the Americas. The white settlers adopted the idea that they were superior to other races. They met, and it was their job to civilize the savages.
Everyone knows that racism has been a problem since practically the dawn of time. But this superiority complex that some races feel over others started longer ago than most people realize, dating back to before biblical times. If the idea that one race is better than another never goes away, racism and superiority complexes will thrive.
Race versus culture has been the hot topic for decades. Is racial bias causing culture to warp, or is popular culture causing race relations to crumble? A brown-skinned girl with a Mexican father and a white mother claims her Mexican side, while her fair-skinned sister claims white.
Because of culture pressure to define yourself, a girl who by all rights and measures is half white only claims Mexican because it's easy to explain, and the same with the fair-skinned girl. Simply put, the narrow racial views of the world causes conflict between racially mixed children.
Race is a label given to people based on their physical characteristics and skin tone, while culture is a shared belief in values such as the notion of good versus bad and right versus wrong.
Unfortunately, the world isn't as black and white as it once was. Not that it ever really was. People can't be grouped into one race or another.
Acceptance is the key to ending racism. Once a person realizes that nothing makes them better than anyone else, the age-old wounds of racial intolerance can heal.